Okay, let's see if we can do this. Looks like I might have this over too far. I'll try the other way a little bit. And that's right, I've got that over here now. That looks good. All right. About a minute here. We've got some time. I am late starting on this. I agree. 3:03 a.m. my time. One of our cats is watching the birds I've got on the big screen TV for her, and the others. One of our cats was curled up, well, sprawled on the couch, maybe watching the birds earlier. There's a couple of cat TV channels out there that have content that cats seem to like to pursue or pay attention to. At least right now they do. All right, I think that's long enough. Let's give this a try. Oh, nope, back. I'm missing something here. This is a 7 out of 4. Make sure I didn't make any other errors. All right, if you were going to solve according to what I had out there before, my apologies. I had it queued up wrong. The 4 that was in the center left square, bottom left cell in the square, is actually supposed to be a 7. And that's all further I'm going to talk about it right now. Let's see if we can solve this now. It says it is solvable, so let's have at it. All right. And we got a 1 here and a 1 here. And that doesn't tell us where all the 1s are, but it gives us a suggestion that we can try some places, keep track of where they could be, and maybe prevent us from putting 1s in places where they can't be. And she is now going over to a place where she can eat loaf and watch the birds. Okay, right or left column is filled with 2s. So we get to figure out where they go in the other 2 columns. And this is going to end up taking a while because we're going to need to pick and choose across the entire board. And hopefully I won't do that too often. Okay, 1s and 2s are on the board. So looking for 3s, we've got a couple of possibilities here. All right, 4s. Hey, we get a solve on a 4 here. And that may be the only immediate solve we get. We'll see. I'm expecting we'll see some more solves in a little bit. It probably won't be the 7s, but you never know. Okay, so here we got a 5. That's a solve. And a couple of possibilities over here. And some possibilities here as well. And let's fill in the possibilities here. Oop, that one's not. 3 in there, and 5 in this one. 5 possibilities. 6s. Top row is filled. I've got 5 places for 6 in the, no, 3 places for a 6 in this cell. Going to have 3 in this cell as well. Here we'll have more. This one we're going to get 5 places. We've got 2 places here and 6 places over here. All right. Going to have 7 in one of these 2, and based upon the fact that I can't put one up in here, one of these 3 is going to be a 7. No idea which one yet, but we'll see. 2 possibilities for a 7 here as well, and 3 down here. And then looks like every slot or every cell is available in this one, but 2 possibilities are available here. All right, 8s. This one's going to be an 8. One of these 2 will be an 8. Got 4 possibilities here. This one's going to be an 8, so we're down to 2 possibilities there. Let's see, that means I've got 2 possibilities for an 8 here, and an 8 here, breaking this into not an 8 there. This one becomes an 8. So now we're looking at 9s. I've got 2 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here at the moment. This one is a possibility here, along with these 2. 5 possibilities here. That's not going to be an 8 though. Looks like 5 possibilities here, and 2 or 3 possibilities here. All right, and it looks like this might be a singleton 1 here. Let's take a look. I got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all visible from this slot, so that is a 1. And that turns this into a 2, this becomes a 3, and this becomes a 9. This becomes a 7, and this one a 1. Turn this into a 2. Wait a moment. We are missing, nope, that's not a 7 there. All right. This is actually a 9. And the reason for that is I've now got a 9 there. I've got a 9 here, and that takes care of the 2 rows across the top. So this one becomes a 9. And now this is the only 7 in the square. And I got a 1 here. I got a 2, 3 fill in yet. Don't know which one's going to be which yet. This is going to be a 4 though. 7, not a 7 there, not a 4 here, not a 4 here or here. I got a 2, 3 pair. Means this is a 7 and this is a 9. So neither of these are going to be a 9, but this one will be. Let's see, 2, 3 affects this 3 here. It also affects some 2s over here. This one's going to be a 1. And we can now take out some, clean up some cells of numbers or options that no longer are viable options. So this one becomes a 7. And it looks like this is going to be a 5 and a 7 here. So not a 5 down here or here. This one, we got 2 possibilities there, 3 up here. All right. Now I've got a 2, 3 pair here. So this cannot be a 2. It turns this into a 2, and this becomes a 6. This becomes a 4. So not a 4, not a 4, 2 there. This one becomes a 6. 7, oh, that's not a 7. And yeah, we got some breakage here now. All right. Let's back up to that, at least to where we started filling in from the one here. Nope. So we had two possibilities for a 9 here. Either of these could have been a 9. There's also either of them can be a 7, so neither can be 1, 2, or 3. So that's our mix here. All right, now if we put a 1 here, which we already worked out should be correct, let's clean up down here and here. Now this can't be a 3, so this is, and this becomes a 9. someplace where it should not have been because I was looking at the wrong thing at the time. So my solution to that type of a problem is to say, well, let's treat the probability that I've selected something that should not have been selected as the problem to address. All right, 8 again, so that can't be an 8, so one of these two will be. I got one here, so one of these 3 will be. This one is going to be an 8 because we couldn't put one here, and that one has to be in that column or that row. That one there becomes an 8 because again has to be one in the row, and both the other 2 columns have 8s in them. So now we've got 2 possibilities for an 8 there, and we've got 4 possibilities here. All right, I think I had done something that said one of these 2 couldn't be an 8, and that may have been where we went wrong earlier. So 7's here, 3 possible places for them here, 2 here, 3 down here, all kinds of places here because so far nothing is disambiguating them. Disambiguating. All right, 7's are marked now. 6's, we got a 6 there, and here. So one of these 2 will be a 6. I've got 6 possibilities for a 6 here. At the moment, 3 possibilities here. Over here, we've got 3 possibilities in this. 2 possibilities in this column, and that means I've got 3 possibilities in this column. Anything else? Did I miss anything? It looks good. So one of these 2 is going to be a 5. It's going to be this one. I got 2 possibilities over here now. I've got 5 possibilities here. Let's see. I've got 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. And looks like I've got 5 possibilities for 5 in this square. 4's. We've got a 4 solved there. One of these 4 will be a 4, or 3 will be a 4. One of these 3 will be a 4. I've got 4 possibilities here at the moment. 4 possibilities here. Neither of these can be a 4, so I've got 4 possibilities here. And 5 possibilities here for now. All right, 3's. We got a 3 here and one here. One of these, this one's going to be a 3. Turns this into a 9, so we can disambiguate the 9, the 7 and a 9 here. 7 here, 5 here. And that means we can put a 1 in here and a 1 here. All right, and then this becomes a 2. And we've got a 1 going into one of these 2 as well. Clean up some 5s. Remember what number we're at on this. This becomes a 9. Oop, nope, does not yet. Control Z. Maybe it's a 9. That one's not, though. Neither is that. This is not a 7 here or here. And over here, not a 5. All right, we were working on 2's. No, 3's. So we got possible 3's there. Possible 3's here. 3 of them. It looks like I've got 5 possible 3's here. No, I've got 3 possible 3s there. This one can't be a 3. All right, and down here, that means I've got 2 possible 3s. If I remember right, we're going to find, we'll see. All right, looking at 2s now. We've got these 2 possibles for 2. Got another 2 here already, and 1 here, and 1 down here. So now I've got 3 possible places for 2 there. 5 possible places for 2 here. And over here we've got, looks like I've got 4 possible places for 2 up here, and 5 down here. All right, and now let's look at 1s. We got 3 possible places for 1 here. Build in that row or that column. And we've got 3 places where we could potentially put a 1 here. I got 5 down here. I got not a 2 here, but that doesn't prevent me from putting a 1 in any of those cells. All right. And this becomes a confirmed 4, does it? Let's check. 1 and 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, this is a 4. This becomes a 1, can't be a 9, there's already a 9 in the square, so this becomes a 9. Not a 9, not a 9, not a 9, not a 9. Clean up these potential 4s and these potential 1s that can't be. And let's see, a couple of more potentials that are no longer potentials. This one thinks it's going to be a 7. Let's take a look at it. In this column, we've got a 1. In the row, we've got a 2. In the square, we've got a 3. Also in the column, a 4, and 5, and 6. The 7 is what we're trying to fill. We got an 8 and a 9 visible to it. So 7 it is. Let's clean up some of these others. Things that can no longer be. All right, I've got a possible standalone 2 here. Let's check that. 1, 3. One of these 2 will be 4. So along with the 4s here. I've got a 5 visible for it. It looks like I've got one of these 3. One of these 2 are going to be a 6. Up here I've got a 7, 8 in the same square, 9 in the row. So yes, this one is going to be a 2, not a 2 there, or there. Not a 2 here, or here, or here, or here. This one thinks it's going to be a 5. Well, if you remember, we went through most of this already. I got a 1, 2, 3. One of these 2 will be a 4. And just to clean up here a little bit, 5, 2, 5, 2 means this one can't be a 5, this one can't be a 5. So I got a 4, 6, 4, 6 pair there now. So yes, this is a 5. Not a 5, not a 5. More not a 5s to clean up. All right, now we've got a potential 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, all visible, so 9 it is. Not a 9, I've got not a 9, I got a 1, 3 pair here now. All right, not a 9 there. 5, 2 pair, 9, or 1, 3 pair, 2, 3 pair here, and here means this one can't be a 2, 3, 2 or 3. I've got a 4-9 pair here, which means this can't be a 9, that's a 7. And over here, that means this one becomes a 9. All right. So let's clean up these 9s. I've got a 6, 8, 2. This becomes a 2. Oh, not a 1, 2. Not a 2, not a 2. This one becomes a 3, 2, 3. And yes, that's definitely a change from what I had the first time through. 5, 2 here. This becomes a 4. So not a 4 there or there. Clean up these 8s. 4, 6 here, 6 here. The 5, 3. And that's much better. Also clean up that 4 there, which turns that into a 9. This becomes a 4. So not a 9. I believe this becomes a 1, 6. We got a question mark here. Let's take a quick gander through it. Looks like this is also a possible 3. I'm really kicking myself with that one. 7 and 6 here. Turns this into a 7, not a 6. 9 here, 5. So yes, 3. Don't know which is 4 and which is 8 yet, but we got a 1 and 3 here now. And let's see. 6 here, 4 here. Nope, something's broken. All right. If I missed that 3, I may have missed another place for 3. Yes, I see another place where I could have put a 3. All right. There's at least 2 other places 3 could be. Yeah, nope. Control 3 there and there, as well as here. Can't have one up here because of this one. Can't have one here because of this one. Got a 1, 3 pair here. This becomes a 4, so not a 4 here or here. This becomes a 9, this becomes a 4. So none of these are going to be 4s. No 8s. 9 or 6 here. 4 or 6 here. 5, 3, not there, not a 5 here. All right, that changes things a little bit. Let's see. I've got a 1, 3 pair here, so this becomes our 6. Not a 6 here, 7 here. Not either 7 or 6 there. So I got a 1, 9, but I've already got the 1, 3s picked here. So here we got a 5, here we get a 9. This becomes a 7 and a 6 here. 4, 8. Oh, I got some up here to clean up. Not a 5. This becomes a 6. Not a 6. Not a 6 here. This becomes a 1. A 4. Nope, not a 5. 4. And this becomes a 3 and a 5 here. This becomes an 8 and a 4 here. A 1 here. 3. 1 and 8. 4 and 6. And 1 and 3. And that solves the puzzle. Took us a little longer than I normally like, but I almost had to start from scratch on that one twice. Backed up, did basically move all the way back to scratch the first time. I hope that worked out for everybody else. I hope you had a better time solving this than I did. We will talk with you again someday soon. I expect to be in either later on today for our next medium puzzle, number 260.